tuckered out over here. And then Sully is tuckered out back there. I just decided to make this a 2-day vlog because I didn't get as much footage from after Cassidy had left like I wanted to. It is 7:21 on August 5th. We see Hamilton in 2 days, and I'm super excited and super nervous at the same time. Like I explained in the video, not the last video, but the video before that. I don't know, I'm just super nervous because it's going to be like right in my face, but also at the same time, like I've been on meds and I've been on a treatment plan for months. And don't worry about that, that's Maddie, that's Maddie licking herself. Stop it, Maddie. I've been on meds, I've been on a treatment plan for months now, since January, and it's August, so that's 8 months. Well, since really February, so 7 months. But it's been 8 months since I've been in the hospital, so yeah. It's a lot for me to handle, but it'll be fine. I'm excited to see the play, finally. I'm excited to stay at a hotel. I'm excited to just get away for a little bit, you know? And I'm excited to buy a t-shirt or a sweater or something. Probably more a sweatshirt because it's going to be fall soon. And I have a gajillion t-shirts, so probably lean more towards like a long sleeve thing or something. I bought a long sleeve shirt in Myrtle Beach, but I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to wear it due to my anxiety, because I don't know. And something that was weird is that I thought that I had unfollowed a former friend on everything. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, whatever. Who cares? I thought that I unfollowed Logan on every social media platform, but it turns out that somehow I was still following her Facebook page, which I'm not anymore, but it turns out that I was for a little bit, and a photo popped up that they were in Myrtle Beach and that they were in the same place that we had met 3 years ago. I was like, oh, must be a Myrtle Beach summer, because we went back in May, so back in the spring. And yeah, so I wonder if they thought of the memories that I did, which I don't know. You know, like, you ever wonder if like somebody still cares? I do that quite often. I wonder if people still care. I mean, the answer is always no, because it was a bad situation and it was a bad ending, but, you know, I ever wonder, like, after my grandma dies, if, like, some of these friendships that I let go because of her would ever come back, you know? Who knows? Hey guys, it's 11:29, almost 11:30, and we got coffee. And I am feeling very, 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 very anxious because I go to my psychiatrist tomorrow, and even though it's a 20-minute appointment, I have just been really, like,
struggling lately. I vomited yesterday, and I vomited because I'm getting nervous about seeing Hamilton, and I've already explained my nerves with Hamilton, like I said. And I stopped vomiting when I got nervous, probably a couple months ago, and now it's starting to return back, but it's something that I've done for years. I did when I was little, when things would come up for me, I would vomit, and then I would get nervous, and then I would end up being fine through the thing, but it was just the lead up to whatever was happening would be difficult for me. And I don't know, my brain, I wish that I can have you all see what my brain sees and what I see and what, all that, but you can't, so. I wish you could. I wish you could see inside my brain, and I wish you could, see what I see, but it's not possible. And what I need to be working on to be better, what I need to work on myself for the rest of this year, is I need to start seeing, because I'm really good at if somebody has a specific limitation or something, or somebody wants to do something a specific way, I'm really good at doing it that way. But I started need to seeing it from my perspective and how it would affect me and the people around me, rather than just catering to them. I think that I need to start seeing how things would affect me, because I'm always the person that would be oh my god, if we can't do this, then that's totally fine, then we'll do this or whatever. I'm always down to I'm always down to I'm always down to accommodate other people, and I need to start accommodating myself and giving myself that same grace that I give other people. So we're currently at the grocery store, and we're picking up some stuff for the food bank, and one of the things on the thing, and one of the things that they requested was olives and pickles, which I thought weird combination, but okay. People put them on sandwiches, I guess. Do you want to get soup?
We did soup last week.
I know, but they're always looking for it though.
What else did it say on that?
Granola bars, mixes, Knorr mixes.
I got the wrong one.
Tuna. You can always try tuna.
Tuna's really good.
We got ramen here. What about these Progresso soups? Chicken noodle? I don't know, this is fun. Currently 12:19, and we're at my nanny's because my nanny just got up not too long ago and needs help getting dressed and going to the bathroom and stuff. and we just left the store where we got like $25 worth of food and stuff for the food bank. And I like that because it's a ministry, well, that's what they're called. It's a side ministry of the church that I can help with, because a lot of my church is very inaccessible to me. Like, the rectory, which is like the office of the church where, like, you know, people answer phones and stuff. Like, I've had friends in wheelchairs volunteer there for their churches and stuff. But mine is very, very inaccessible. It's up a couple flights of stairs, and it's very, very old, and actually it's being repaired as we speak. But, you know, it's very, very old and stuff. They're moving it to a new location, which is for new use, so they're going to have to put in some sort of elevating system or something. So maybe I could start volunteering there. My mom and I were just talking that I need to, like, start volunteering somewhere, so we're thinking of going back to the town hall where I was volunteering before in 2017, or I was working then. It was like a work trial thing, but they ended up cutting my Social Security check in half, even though I told them that I had stopped working there for 2 weeks and I had the pay stubs to prove it, but they literally cut my check for probably 12 months. And, you know, I don't want to sound like one of those snippy people, but literally, like, I don't think I'm not able enough to where I can handle a full work day, but also I'm not able enough to where I can handle a half work day either, because I need help to use the bathroom, and if I was to use the bathroom on my own, it would need to be set up a certain way, and my desk would need to be set up a certain way. Like, if I was to take my dog to work, like, they would need a space to go potty, and, you know, or she would. But actually, I was looking, because it's a National Assistance Dog Week, and I'm starting to look, not that Hope is, like, only going to work for a short time, but I'm starting to look at different options that I have. I'm starting to look at the different options of the organizations that I have around me. ECAD is my goal for, like, 10 years from now, when I'm, like, financially stable somehow, either with, you know, a job or married or something, because I'll be 32. So hopefully by then I'll be financially stable, I'll be moved out on my own, have my own place, you know, and I can think about getting a dog. But I'm starting to look at, there's some organizations where, like, which I'm not going to mention any names right now because I'm just still thinking, but there's an organization in New York where you do, like, there's a free one where, like, you just have to wait 2 years on a waiting list, and then there's also one where you do partial fundraising, like they put up half the money and then you put up half the money, and let's just say if I go home and I apply to an organization, like, or if I go home like a month from now and I apply to an organization, that does not mean that I'm getting my dog tomorrow. What that means is I'm starting the process to think about getting the dog, you know, like the interview process, and, you know, do I have to do any fundraising? Because even though they might say free, they might have changed their policy to where it's, you know, not all by private donors, it's by the public fundraising for the dog, you know? So I don't know. But, yeah, definitely ECAD is not in the cards right now, but it's definitely something that I want to reach towards when I'm, like, 32 or older, a little bit older, because knowing what I know now, I'm knowing that I'll get in, and I have another disability now that I'll definitely put down on paper and get, you know, like a psych dog that'll retrieve stuff for me too, you know, maybe do a little panic disruption or, you know, disruptions like that, for self-injurious behavior, like scratching and, you know, whatever. But that's definitely something that I want to do, like, when I'm older. And knowing what I know now, I'll just go in and I'll just be like, I would love to just go in with a blank check right now and just write them whatever they need to train my dog. Because honestly, training the dog is the hardest part. But I love my dog, and I wouldn't trade her for anything, and she's super smart. It's just me trying to get my stuff together and trying to keep up with the training that we already did, while also trying to add in new stuff, you know? A trick that I want to teach her how to do is play fetch, because playing fetch would get her tired easily, and it's a good way of exercise for her and for me. So we're gonna learn to play fetch today. Not doing it outside because it's like 95 degrees, and I'm wearing all black today, which is a stupid idea, but we're gonna do it inside. And we're gonna get back to the gym, and we're gonna get back to doing all the stuff.
Relationship that you have with your dog, because it is interactive and relies on cooperation. It can also help transition your dog to working for non-food-based reinforcers, because once the dog comes to see it as a fun game, we can use it as a currency in training. And finally, teaching a dog to hold, carry, and drop objects at a specified location can be a very useful task that many working dogs are expected to perform. The most effective way to teach this behavior well depends on breaking the task down into many separate little components and then working on each one of those separately before putting it all together. This is something that you want to work on at your dog's pace, and no two dogs are going to be similar in how they learn to do this. It can be tempting to move ahead quickly when you're teaching this, but if you have a dog that is unreliable with their fetch, I would strongly encourage you to patiently follow the steps that I'm about to outline. So let's take a look at the different parts of a fetch. First, the dog has to go to the object. The dog has to hold on to the object. The dog will then carry the object back to the person. And finally, they have to give the object to the person and let go of it. First thing that we'll work on is teaching the dog to hold the object in their mouth. Start by using something that is easy for the dog to hold. It could be something that you have already found that your dog likes to hold in their mouth, such as a favorite toy. In the first session, simply mark and reward any behaviors where the dog is showing interest in the toy. Be generous with your reward criteria at this stage in the game. Reward each behavior at least 5 to 10 times before moving on and asking your dog to do more.
Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Take it. Very good. Very good boy. Watson.
After a few sessions, once the dog is consistently mouthing the object, start to increase the amount of time that you ask them to hold on to it.
Yes, good boy. Good boy. Take it. Yes, very good.
Take it. Good boy. Good boy. Yay! Good boy! Back up. Take it. Yeah! Good job. Take it. Good. Take it. Good boy. At this point, we can now introduce the give cue. Instead of rewarding your dog for holding on to the object, ask them to give, encourage them to let go of the object, and quickly mark and reward for letting go of it. Get him. Good. Give. Very good. Watson, take it. Get him. At first, it's okay to reward the dog for dropping the object on the floor because we are just teaching the distinction between holding on to it and letting go. This is something that we can refine later on. For dogs that have a hard time letting go of the object, you can entice and encourage them using a smelly piece of food. By this point, you should have a solid take it and give. It's now time to introduce some distance and encourage your dog to walk towards you with the object.
Yeah!